Salut YouTube, nous voici sur une nouvelle vidéo de Les piliers de la Terre. C'est un roman interactif, donc je l'avais déjà dit, mais bon, là on est sur la suite. J'avais fait la découverte, là on fait la suite. On est en train d'enquêter un peu à Kingsbridge. Donc on vient d'arriver, on a vu notre frère, on a un peu discuté et il y avait un soldat à cheval qui a disparu, donc on va enquêter là-dessus et on va voir jusqu'où ça va nous mener. C'est parti. Donc, alors déjà, voilà. Sur le chevalier disparu,
Marcus is our brother too.
No. That's why I feel sorry for him. Is that him?
It must be.
Brothers, have you two
je
heard
vous mets
about a
en immersion
knight
totale.
visiting Kingsbridge?
The Earl of Shiring was here, and some of his knights.
And many other nobles at Christmas.
It would have been a lone rider, a messenger.
I don't think so.
If someone had come to Kingsbridge, Brother Paul would have seen him.
Brother Paul went back out to his toll hut.
I see. Thank you.
Next time, ask him.
No, you said you know him.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Table, maison, crypte, cimetière, salle du chapitre, rivière, moulin, clairière, péage. Ok, je vois où est-ce que je suis. Je suis à l'étable. Ok.
At least it wasn't Remigius who punished us. Brother Marcus said he's taking a beating now once a week. Ask him. He should know. You could have asked him.
What do
we have to ask ourselves is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I was shocked by the prior's death.
We all were. Now, I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
Brother Andrew, have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
Aside from the ones that visited for Christmas? No. If there had been an official guest, I would know. And no one stayed at our guest house.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
Let us continue this conversation later.
Of course. There's a lot of planning for me to do for the upcoming election.
Marcus is our brother too.
Brother Ronaldus, how are you?
Huh? What?
How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well. It's just that the dead won't stay in the ground.
What?
The dead. It's probably those badgers always digging up the graves.
My father gave the Priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
I bet you could.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
But why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Hmm? Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
Did a knight come to Kingsbridge within the last few weeks?
Of course. Even the bishop and the earl were here for the Christmas service. I held the sermon.
And the week before?
That week I was not here. Andrew Sacrist and I travelled to Shiring to hire cooks and buy food for our guests.
I see. You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. May never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
Tu veux pas qu'on connaisse la vérité, tu veux dire? C'est pas la même chose, hein. Je vais pas le dénoncer, je vais récupérer les clés. Je sais pas où il les a mis, mais je vais les récupérer. Cimetière, ouais. Je peux aller vers chemin de l'arrière. Ok.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Non, t'inquiète, t'inquiète. Il y a quoi ici? C'est les écuries, on s'en fout. Moi, ce que je veux, c'est la cathédrale. Voilà.
No, 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 no. I heard it. I'm sure. There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again. What was that?
The novice said he hid the
Now we
keys in
sing.
here.
Are you sure you heard something?
They're here. I have them.
Yes, I'm sure.
It was nothing.
Ok.
Calm down and concentrate.
Donc déjà, on va ouvrir cette porte.
The cloth is useless, at least right now. The cloth is useless, at least right now.
Pourquoi il me dit ça? C'est un escalier que je veux. Enfin, c'est accéder à l'escalier.
No, I'll stay down here. I'm not good with heights.
D'accord.
I think I heard it again.
I heard about a knight visiting Kingsbridge.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you see I have other problems?
Adolphus.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt.
I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself.
It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
Et c'est où en bas? Ah, je crois que je vois.
Adolphus?
Silence!
Elle est fermée.
Locked.
Et évidemment.
Maybe Milius
mince.
or Cuthbert know more about the night.
Mais. Je sais pas si je peux
Let's see
agir.
what we can find. No reason to be afraid. Nothing. These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Thought so. Nothing here.
Je peux pas aller par là.
Even if it is Adolphus, we would have to welcome him. Nothing here. The saint rests in peace.
Bah alors.
Hello?
Il y a quoi? Il y a un pigeon. Oula. C'est quoi
What is
ça?
that?
Ferme la porte avant que ça se carapate, hein. Non, on peut pas fermer la porte.
What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello? Oh!
Ah, c'est une chouette.
An owl.
Un hibou.
Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them. The brothers did hear something after all.
Un petit hibou. Il n'y a rien à voir de plus, hein. Non.
The saint rests in peace. The keys will not be of much help.
No. I heard it, I'm sure.
There was something. He's right.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
No sign of the messenger. No, I'll stay
Toujours
down
pas.
here. I'm not good with heights.
Toujours pas, toujours pas. Qui je peux bien aller voir?
So what do you think it means?
I don't know. There is no reason to punish us for asking.
Cimetière déjà allé. Chapitre déjà allé.
Is that him?
Must be.
You could have asked him.
Why didn't you?
Bon, attends, je vais lui parler. Ils ont l'air d'avoir des choses à dire.
You look like you want to ask me something.
You are Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes, but you can call me Brother Philip.
You see? Told you he wouldn't mind.
Yes. Now ask him.
How about you ask him?
I already asked Brother Andrew.
That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
Of course it counts.
What is it?
Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
Must be a place. A cathedral.
Well, that's probably what the guest master was talking about.
If you do something to a cathedral, it would be a sin.
Andrew wouldn't tell you. Why?
He got very angry with us.
We had to say the Lord's Prayer 150 times.
Each of us is God's temple, for he created us.
The guest master said Prior James destroyed God's temple.
And that you'll go to hell.
Prior James did not commit suicide.
No one saw him that night. No one knows.
God knows. God knows what sent him running out onto the ice.
They say the devil was chasing him.
Don't say his name.
I have seen brave men run, for many reasons. Never have I seen the devil. So we should not make room for him, neither here nor in our hearts. All right?
Yes, Brother Philip.
Thank you, Brother Philip.
C'est un bel homme, hein, Philippe.
So,
Il sait guider les âmes.
we're all God's temple.
All of us.
Because
Because God created us in Him.
Philip!
Brother Milius.
Come! Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven.
Thank you, Brother Cuthbert. Hard at work, as usual, Milius?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Every other day, we even have poultry.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip. We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius, put things right.
Who would vote for Remigius? He would be no better than Prior James.
He is the sub-prior, and he made promises to some of the brothers, like the sacrist. He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the priory's ledgers.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
What? Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving. Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service? No, I don't remember any knights visiting us.
Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refused. I'm too old.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps. Not since he began talking to the devil.
What?
One day he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side. He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins? We'll talk more later. Brother Cuthbert.
Ah, we were waiting for you. I hope you brought some of that wonderful cheese you make at St. John's.
I gave it to one of your novices.
Why would you do that?
He said it's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Greedy brother Marcus.
You are too trusting, Philip.
Has there been a knight to Kingsbridge recently?
Milius, wasn't there a poor soul found dead before Christmas?
I don't know if he was a knight.
He was put to rest in the cemetery.
The cemetery? That was the right thing to do. Brother Cuthbert, you seem worried.
Prior James was a kind man, but the priory is in a terrible state, Philip.
Philip knows. He was just too kind to say anything.
Yes, I know. I wanted to use my New Year's visit to talk with Prior James about these matters.
We should be rich. The priory has much land and collects from many parish churches. But we are in debt. Our novices steal from us, Philip.
The novices are stealing?
Yes, someone took my keys. Remigius blames me for losing them. But someone used them to steal food from the cellar, more than once. Today I found something missing again.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
Where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
That is a sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
I will think about it.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
C'est un homme sage. C'est un homme sage.
Let us continue another time, Brother Cuthbert.
Of course.
Il a compris que si j'avais les clés, il pourrait pas il pourrait pas me voler et que elles sont plus utiles à moi qu'à lui parce que lui à la base il les avait perdues. Elles sont plus en sécurité dans mes mains que dans les siennes. Il faut que j'aille à l'écurie maintenant. Non, je peux pas aller à l'écurie. Bah ça alors. Bon, de toute façon, fallait que j'aille au cimetière.
Rotten edges. We used to eat them. Now, they're eating us.
Say, has there been a knight to Kingsbridge?
A knight? A knight? Yes. He's here. Right here.
Do you know who he was? How did he die?
Brother Paul found him.
Where is Paul?
Down at the bridge. Freezing his walnuts off, I reckon. He talked to him. I only put him in the ground. That's all I ever do.
Do you have any idea what the knight was doing here?
Probably tried to jump off the end of the world.
What do you mean?
There is nothing here. Kingsbridge lies at the end of the road. Nobody comes here.
Ok. Faut que j'aille voir Paul.
Brother Paul?
Philip. Ouch. Oh.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us.
Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish. And those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
Eh bien, nous allons faire la pause sur la VOD maintenant. J'espère que ça vous a plu cette petite session. Elle fait environ 30 minutes. Donc, la suite arrive très bientôt. Comment dire? Ça va être une longue péripétie, les gars, pour avoir tout le livre. J'en suis qu'au chapitre 1 sur 7 du premier livre et il s'est déjà passé plein de choses. Pourtant, il n'y a eu que une histoire à propos d'un chevalier. Mais je suppose que ça va monter en puissance au fur et à mesure qu'on va continuer l'histoire, à voir jusqu'où ça va aller. Ça a l'air très intéressant. Donc sur ce, je vous remercie d'avoir regardé. Je vous souhaite une excellente journée comme d'habitude. Et à la prochaine. Salut.